Hi, I'm Ari and welcome to the Ease of Elegance. Today we will be doing two half-up, really romantic hairstyles that are super easy and perfect for those of us who have really fine, thin hair because they're designed to make us look like we have a little bit more hair than we actually have, a little bit thicker, a little bit more voluminous. Personally, I have pretty fine hair. Right now it looks like it has a little more volume than it normally does because these are day 2 heatless curls. As you can see, they are definitely day 2. They're very deflated and my hair looks a little bit crazy right now. But we're going to ignore that fact and we're going to just go ahead and do these styles. What you're going to need are some bobby pins if you want, but they're not necessary, and some clear elastics and a hairbrush. Let's get started. Okay, so I have you zoomed in pretty close here just because I really want to show you exactly what I'm doing with the front parts of these styles. So we're going to start by just brushing out the hair, making sure there's no tangles, which there are plenty of in my hair right now. We're not going to talk about it, even though I just talked about it, but it's fine. Okay. And then we're going to section. So personally for this style, or these styles I guess, technically there's two, they're very similar to each other. I prefer to have a middle part. You don't have to have a middle part though. You can do like a side part, slightly off center. Well, I guess technically my middle part is slightly off center. So what I do to do this is I take a bobby pin. This is why I say bobby pins are optional, because you don't have to use a bobby pin to do this. And I go from the front of where I want to section all the way to the back, and then I will pull on either side of the hair and section it off, and it makes a nice, pretty clean line. Okay, so that's my start. Then we're going to make two sections, one at either side of the head. So we're going to go from the very top of the head to behind our ear. And I'm going to use the bobby pin again to do this. So we're going to go from the top of our head to right behind the ear and pull that hair forward. So that gives us a pretty healthy section of hair. Like, we want to have a decent chunk. And I'm just going to keep the back part over my shoulder, and the part that we're going to be working with, which is this one right here, I kind of twist it a little bit so it stays together and pull that forward. And we're going to do the same exact thing on the other side, going from the top of the head, wrong side of the bobby pin, no, right side of the bobby pin, okay. And you can use either side of the bobby pin, but it's easier to use the side that has the opening on it, like this side. Okay. So top of the head to behind the ear and section. Okay. So now that we have these two pieces that we're going to be using, we can go ahead and start our first style. So for the first style is the non-twisted version. So what you're going to do is just take these hairs and kind of smooth them backward. And you're going to do the same thing with this side. I just kind of use my fingers, nothing fancy. And then I take my clear elastic and I'll just tie those together in the back with the clear elastic. And I know I'm not showing you me tying it together with the clear elastic, but I feel like you're smart. You can know how that looks. So just with the clear elastic. The thing we're focusing on is the front of the hairstyle, so I'm not going to really show you the back until it's time to focus on the back. But what you're going to do, hold that in place. So grab onto your ponytail back here, hold it, and now we're going to pull on some pieces. So because my hair is really thin around my temples. It's like just turns into like wispy white baby hairs that you can't see. I like to cover that up. So you just kind of tug and pull and give yourself a little bit of a swoop wherever you want your swoop to be. And I have a mirror over here, so pardon my looking in my mirror. But you're just going to give yourself a little bit of a swoop, and you can give yourself more than one swoop. You just want to use gentle pulling motions. And you're just going to kind of piece that how you like it. And if you want, you can pull out little pieces. Like I like to have this little front piece in front of my ear out. A lot of people like to have their bangs or their fringe kind of hanging right here. I don't really do that because my front pieces are pretty long. They hit like down here, so it doesn't look great. But sometimes I do it. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to hold it in place and we're going to make our swoops. And you can kind of shape it with your fingers as you pull it out. And I'm going to pull out my little piece here on this side as well. And I don't want to pull out too much at the base because I don't want it to cover my entire ear. I still want this to be kind of like a half up style. And I'm just going to make a swoop and another swoop and another swoop and then comb them all down with my fingers. Okay, so that's the front of the look. Now it's time to do the back. And this part is totally optional. You can just leave it with a little clear elastic if you want. You don't have to do anything else. You can even just bobby pin these pieces in place and do that same pulling motion to kind of give yourself a little bit of a swoop, a little bit more volume, look like you have a little bit more hair. You can do that with bobby pins as well. But we're going to turn around and do the back, and I'll show you what I have in mind. All right, so for the back of the hairstyle, what we're going to do is take a little piece of hair out of that ponytail and just wrap it around the clear elastic. And you'll just wrap it around a couple times just so everything is covered and you can't see the elastic anymore. And then we will secure that in place with a bobby pin. You can do the whole thing where you stick the bobby pin through the through your elastic, or you can just secure underneath this style, which is what I'm going to do. All right, so for the second style, what we're going to do is use that same sectioning technique, coming from the top of the head to right behind the ear. I'm gonna do it a little faster this time since we already talked about how to do it for the first style. Okay. So for this style, we're going to do a very similar thing. Going to take the hair in each hand. This is just me grabbing this one better. Okay. You're going to take the hair and you're going to twist it 2 or 3 times and bring it back into your clear elastic band. And once it's secure, we're going to go ahead and pull on it to make our little swoops again. And I'm going to pull out a couple pieces. And again, pardon me, I'm just looking at my mirror over here. But we want to make our little swoops and just tug on that. Okay. And there you have it. And you can finish up this look the same way we finished off the other one, by wrapping a piece of hair around the elastic and securing it in place with a bobby pin. Totally up to you if you want to do that step or not, but these are the hairstyles and I hope you like them. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.